today we'll discuss about service marketing mix. What is service marketing mix? Marketing mix, we already discussed about the marketing mix, right? Services marketing mix. Let us start with the product decision. It is very important that you should have decisions about the product. That is, product in marketing context is anything which is offered to the market for exchange or the consumption, right? We all know what is the product. What is the product? Product is anything. It could be a service or any tangible product or any intangible product. Product could be of two types: the tangible product and the intangible product, and those intangible products are known as the services, right? So product and the marketing context is anything which is offered to the market for exchange or a consumption, right? In goods marketing, we always say that there is a tangible component and some are the intangible, like style, after sales services, credit, etc. all are integrated, right? So it is very important. Product plays a very important role in marketing, right? In services, there is no or little tangible element, right? Services are intangible product. There is no tangible, or if there is anything, it is little tangible, right? Therefore the services are considered to be as a benefit which are offered to the target markets, right? So what is this service? Actually, this service is, as we all know, that services are considered as the benefit which are offered to the target market, like after sales services or your insurance services, right? It could be car insurance, health insurance. All these are the benefits which are offered to the target market. There are two important things to note in this. That first is, this service is a bundle of features and benefits, right? So what is this service? It is a bundle of features and benefits. What all features that service has, and what all benefits or that target market is getting from that services, right? Secondly, these benefits and features have relevance for a specific target market, right? Suppose if you are if you want some insurance, a life insurance, so there are two things. There are the bundle of the features, right? The first one will see the bundle of the features. What type of the features that policy has, or that what are the features of that policy, what all they cover, and that is the benefits. What is the, if I will avail that insurance, if I'll take that insurance, what all benefit will I get, right? So first thing is that it is very important. It plays a very important role in services. And the second thing is, the benefits and the feature have relevance for a specific target market, whether the benefits, the features of your product or the services and the benefits which you are offering is of relevance for the target market. Have you chosen the right target market for your services? What is the relevance of your features and the benefits of the target market? Therefore, while developing a service product, it is important that the package of benefits in the services offer must have a consumer's perspectives, right? So it is very important in this service industry, or that this service product, it is very important that the package of the benefits, the package of the features and the benefits in this service offer must have a consumer perspective. So you should bundle the offerings, you should bundle up the features and offering as per the perspectives of the customer, right? Whether it fulfills the requirements and the needs of their target customer, right? So they must have a perspective of the customers. It should be as per the customer's perspective, right? See, there are the product have certain benefits, right? If we can differentiate this product into two, we can the benefits or the features or the benefits could be divided into, like, the core product benefits, right? Then the generic product benefits, right? The expected product benefit, augmented product benefit, and the potential product. We discussed all these in our previous lectures, right? Core product, what a core product is, what are the basic needs that the customer satisfies when they buy the product. That is the core product. What suppose from a phone, right? When one purchases a monthly, right? What is the core product? The basic need is that they can make a call and they can receive a call. That is the basic need that a customer satisfy when they buy the product. That is the core product. What is the basic core need of that product? Then comes the generic product. What is the generic product? What is the basic version of the product with only those features necessary for it to the function, right? That is the generic product. What is the basic version of the product? Basic version of the product and with only those features which are necessary for it to function. Then the expected product. What feature do the consumer expect from the product to have? What all apart from those core benefits, what all the consumer expect from that services or from that product? Then the augmented product. What product variation or extra feature might help to differentiate the product from the competitors? How you can compete? How can you differentiate your services or product from the other services? And the potential product is what significant improvement might a product experience include in the future? What all you can include in that product for future? What could be the potential product? So it is very important that all these should be there. That core product is required, generic product, then the expected product. That apart from the core benefits, at times the consumer expects something else from that product. Then the augmented product. On the basis of this, you can differentiate your product from the or your services from the other services. And the potential product is what? That is what else you can do to make yourself better in future, right? So this image or this diagram shows the service concept. That is the core services, the supporting services, and the facilitating services. All these are very important. The core services, the services which one provides, right? Those are the services. Then the supporting services, apart from those services, what else you can provide? And the facilitating services, that is the interactions, right? Then all this includes, that is the core services, the service concept. That is the interaction plays a very important role. That is the supporting services. Core services is the services which you are providing, and supporting services how you interact with your customers, right? Whether you are available whenever your customer needs your support, right? Then the facilitating the services, that is the accessibility of the services. Whenever required, can those services be accessible? Can we get the benefits of those services? And then the customer participation, that is supporting services and facilitations. In between this, that customer participation is required, and all these are very important. It plays a very important role in corporate image, right? It makes an image, the local image, word to mouth communication and marketing communication. All these plays a very important role in the service marketing. Like the core services, suppose an insurance is provided. If you have taken an insurance, the core services will provide that it will provide some whenever required, say for health insurance, that whenever it is required, they will pay you for your health, right? Insure you. Then supporting services is whenever required, can you contact the person, the required person, the facilitating services at the time of discharge or at the time of admission? Will they facilitate these services? That will we be able to accessible the services, or will they delay it? That is the customer participation. It all these makes a corporate image, the image of the organization. Then the image, then it plays a very important role, word to mouth communication and the marketing communication. The basic service package, there are the levels of the services. First level is the basic service package. The package concept of service product suggests that what you offer to the market is bundle of different services, tangible and intangible, but there is a main or substantive or a core service. Around it are built the auxiliary or peripheral or facilitator services. So package is what? Service package means what? Service package means you are this is a bundle of different type of these services you are offering. These could be the tangible or intangible, right? The tangible and intangible, but the main or core services are there, and around these core services are built the auxiliary and the peripheral services. Around these core services are built the core or the, peripheral or the facilitator or the auxiliary services, right? So core services are required. So bundle package, service package means it includes the core services as well as other peripheral or the auxiliary services. In the service package, there are yet other type of the services called the supporting services, right? The basic difference between these services from the facilitating services is that these services do not facilitate the consumption of the core services, but are used to increase the value and thus differentiate it from the competitors, right? Supporting services are what? That is, it helps you to increase the value of the services, right? Supporting services, if whenever required, you are there to help them out. Whenever required, people can call you, and being a service provider, you respond to their queries. And this is they do not facilitate the consumption of the core services, but are used to increase the values. It increases the value of the core services, and these supporting services helps to in differentiating your product or your services from the competitors services. Then comes the augmented service offering. What is the augmented service offering? The basic service package is not equivalent to the service product the customer perceive, which is in fact based on the customer experience and evaluation. Therefore, it is needed to involve the customer in the production of services offering, and thereby reinforcing that the basic services package has to be expanded to more holistic model of augmented service offering. As we discussed, what is augmented service offering? Augmented service offering is, this is what product variations or extra might have to differentiate the product from the competitors, right? So for augmented service offering, when you want to differentiate yourself from the other, from your competitor, it is important that you should involve your customers, right? Experience, right? You should involve your customer, that is in form of their experience and evolution, right? Or you should involve your customers in the production of service offering, right? And this reinforces that the basic services package has to be expanded to be more holistic model of augmented services offering. Level 3 is marketing communication of services offering. That next is the, what is the marketing communication? These plays a very important role, right? There are the three levels, right? First level, second level, and third level. The third level is communication, is about the communication. First is the basic service package, what all basic services package you are offering. The second is the augmented service offering, that is how it makes you different from the your competitors. And third is communication, the market communication of service, right? Market communication of the service offering. It is true that the favorable image enhances the service experiences, right? Image plays a very important role in service experience, and the bad image can destroy it. Therefore, the issue of management of image through communication become an integral part of development of the service product, right? So image, that the organizational image, if we go back, that is the corporate image plays a very important role. This says communication part, important role in um, uh, um, services offering, right? It becomes a very important or the integral part of developing a service product. But the important point is that apart from the conventional method of the promotion, digital and social media promotions are equally important. That is marketing communication as well as mouth to mouth communication, that is the word to mouth communication is even important, right? Apart from those traditional media of communication, one should use the contemporary media of the communication, right? The digital and social media promotions are equally important. A negative comment from a fellow customer or a negative opinion on the social media and blogs is more than enough to negate the impact of the mass media advertising and online promotions. So it is very important that marketing communication level 3, it plays a very important role, that is a local image, organizational image, word to mouth communication, as well as the mass media communication. All this plays a very important role, right? Why it plays a very important role? Because when a favorable image, it enhances the service experience, it builds a trust among the customer that whatever services or the products we are buying from that particular company, they have a good image and we will get these services as and when required, right? So all these things are very important. I hope this is clear. The basic services, the level is the first level is the basic service package, what the basic services you are offering. The third is the augmented services offering, how you can differ yourself from the your competitors, that is through interaction, through accessibility of the services, through the customer participation, and then the last is the market communication, and it plays a very important role, right? Now developing a new services offering, how can you develop a new services offering? In order to develop a service product, the following stages are required: the customer benefit concept, you should keep in mind the benefit of the customer, the service concept, the services offer, the services firm, and the services delivery system. All these plays a very important role in developing a new services offering. The customer benefit concept, let us take every thing one by one. Customer benefit concept, what do you mean by the customer benefit concept? The service product in the marketplace must have its origin in the benefit which the customers are seeking. In short, it is important that you should develop a product which will benefit the customer. According to the, you should develop a product as per the benefits of the customer. Then only customer will purchase your product, will be interested in your product. So every product must have its origin in the benefits which the customer are seeking or the customer are looking, right? But the problem is that customer themselves may not have a clear idea of what they are seeking, or they may find it difficult to express, or it may be combination of many several benefits and not the single one. So you should develop it as per the customer's benefits, or the benefits which a customer is seeking. But the problem is at times the customer is not mature enough or not clear, they don't have a clear idea what they are seeking for, right? They could be, there could be a difficulty in expression of their ideas, or they might be looking for something which have several benefit, not a single one, right? So it is very important, and over a period of time the benefits may change, right? Yes, obviously change is only constant, other things are dynamic, right? So there you can develop a product, but there are the chances that the benefits they are looking for may also change, customer are looking for may also change. This change in customer may come about by the satisfactory or unhappy experience, and these changes could bring could result in, whether could result in unhappy customer or a loyal customer or a happier satisfactory customer. right? uh, After utilizing or while utilizing these services, though increased sophistication in service use and consumption and changing expectations, right? So this change in the customer may come about by the satisfactory or unhappy experience in utilizing these services through increased sophistication in service use and consumption and changing expectation. All these make a issue of marketing a service product very complex. So core benefits, that is the customer benefit concept, is very important, but it is very complex, right? That one should develop the product as per the requirement of the customer, or as per the benefit which a customer is seeking for. But the problem could be that they could not, at times the customer could not have a clear cut idea, or not, or the customer may not be able to express the ideas, or they might be expecting more than one benefit from a single product, right? And even at times those what they are looking for or what they are seeking for, their preferences could change, right? So all these makes this service product a very complex, and providing these services as per the requirement of the customer can result in an unhappy customer or a happy or satisfied customer. That again depends on the service provider and the type of the product or the services you are providing to the customer. Next concept is the service concept, right? What is the service concept? Using customer benefit as a starting point, the service concept defines the specific benefit which the services offers. You start from the customer benefits, right? The customer benefit could be a starting point, right? What that is the what the customer is seeking for. The service concept defines the specific benefits which a service is offered, which a service offers, right? So you started with the customer benefit, then you can explain the benefits or defines the specific benefits which the services offers. At the generic level, the service concept refer to the basic service which is being offered. So at the generic level, it could be the basic services which one is offering, like right. The Center for Performing Arts may offer, like for example, right. The Center for Performing Arts may offer entertainment and recreation, right. Right, obviously, but with this broad framework, there can be specific choice paths for satisfying the entertainment objectives. See, when a center for performing arts, what they are offering, the core product is entertainment. What they offer, the core product is entertainment and recreation, right? That is the core product. This is the generic product, right? But with the broad framework, there can be specific choice paths for satisfying the entertainment objective. Like there could be, because they are providing the entertainment, now you can choose. There could be many many services they are offering, like drama, right? Now there could be the musical concerts, or poetry, or dance. Many things could be there which could fulfill the objectives of entertainment. So the core product is entertainment, but the service concept is you can choose a path for satisfying the needs of the, or you can choose the path to satisfy the needs or to attain the objective. Defining the service concept helps to answer the fundamental question: what business are we in, right? What we are offering, basically what we are offering, right? So service concepts try to answer the questions: what are we offering, what business are we in. Then the service offer, then comes the service offer. After define the business, what are we in? We are into health insurance. Having defined the business in which you are operating, the next step is to give a specific shape and form of basic service concept. After defining the business, right? It is important that you should give a specific shape and form to the basic service concept. What basic type of services are you providing? Give it a form, a specific shape and a form. The service offer is concerned with the specific element that will be used to provide objective. A manager must control both the tangible and intangible component of the services offer, right? So the services offer, it must be concerned with the specific elements that will be used to provide the objective. Suppose if someone is into entertainment industry, right, it is very important that you should give a specific shape and form to the basic service concept. After giving the basic form concept, that the services offer is concerned with specific element. What specifically are you offering, right? Music or dance or drama, right? What are you providing? That is the service offer is very important. Give them a shape, a proper shape. Then the service form. In what form should the services be made available to the customer? In another area is another area of decision making, right? Service form refers to the various options relating to each service element. The manner in which they are combined give a shape to the service form. In what form will you provide these services is very important, right? It gives a shape to the service form. Then the service delivery system. The two elements of the delivery system are people and the physical evidences. There are 4 P's in the marketing, but 7 P's in the service marketing. And the service delivery system, there are two main elements of delivery systems are people and the physical evidences. All these are very important, right? The competency and the public relation ability of a lawyer represents the people component. People component is what? A people component is whether you are available whenever required. Can customer can talk to the will get the service assistance, can talk to the assistants, right? Can talk to the people, right? It plays a very important role. It creates a confidence in the people. Suppose if you have purchased something and if you are trying to call at their number, say toll free number, and no one is responding, then it might lead to the unsatisfaction and customer will feel like that company have cheated them, right? And if you are making a call to their toll free number and they are providing you the assistance, then it will create a confidence, or it enhances the experience of the customers, right? So it plays a very important role. The people plays a very important role in service delivery system. Suppose for example the lawyer, right? Take an example of lawyer. This the ability of a lawyer to represent the people component, while the office building or the office door letterhead are all elements of physical evidences. Then physical evidences are even important, right? It becomes difficult whenever nowadays. Suppose if if I have purchased some electronic item online, right, and I am trying to if for the delivery or for anything, say for some fault, if I'm trying to call them for the assistance, right, and not able to get through the assistance, right, it will lead to the unhappiness or the unsatisfied customer, right? So this represents a people, and the building or the physical evidences are very important. When you know that they have a building, they have a office or a head office, and you can go visit their place anytime. Again, it enhances or it leads to the happiness or the satisfaction. The physical evidences are very important, and this physical evidence component also have called the facilitating or enabling goods and the supporting or enhancing goods. This physical evidence plays a very important role. These are the tangible elements of these services, and they exert an important influence on the quality of these services as perceived by the consumers. All the people, as we know, people and the physical evidence are the tangible elements of these services, but they play a very important role, right? They play a very important role because they exert an important influence on the quality of these services as perceived by the consumer. If if they have because if they can contact the people, if they know they can, whenever they need the assistance, they will be able to get the assistance. And if they know that you have some office somewhere, if required, they can visit there. It enhances the experience, and these things, that the physical evidences and the people have influence on the quality of these services, right? It as perceived by the customers. And now new service development, that is the style change, are the most basic type of innovations. How can you develop a new services? That is this, you can change the style. That is the most basic type of innovation, involving no change to process or performance, right? They are, however, highly visual. Revamping of retail branch and redesigning of website are the few examples, right? How can you develop a new service, right? That is when you make small changes, right? That the style changes, and that is that those changes are the most visible changes, right? When you revamp your retail branch, or when you redesign your website, all these are visible, and you are not actually changing any process or the performance, right? Next is service improvement, involve minor changes in performance of product decision, right, of existing products, such as improvement in either the core product or existing supplementary services. Or other thing could be, you can develop a new services by making minor changes either in the core product, either in existing core product, or change in the existing supplementary services, right? Supplementary service innovation include the addition of new facilitating or enhancing services element to an existing core services, or the significant improvement in the existing supplementary services, right? Example is digital payment option, right? So supplementary services, you can make the changes either by making small visible changes, like revamping of the retail, or changes by the redesigning of your website, or you can change your core product or the supplementary services. The supplementary services are uh, um, that the supplementary services innovations include the additions of the new facilities, or enhancing the service elements to the existing core services, right? You have made certain changes in the supplementary services, you have now you have started providing a good assistance to the customer, right? Right? Or you have made certain changes in supplementary services, like you made certain changes in digital payment options. You have increased the options, rather than the debit card or the credit card or UPI, you have given other options from which they can pay, right? So it can increase the enhancement, right? Process line in extension represents a new way of delivering existing services product, such as development of online or app-based self-service options, right? So you have made certain changes, like you have made the changes in the delivery process of the services, right? Like online or app-based self options, like whenever you go for certain health test, if you don't want to visit to the test center to for the reports, you can get it online. You can uh, print your report, you can check your reports online as well as get it printed, rather than visiting to that place. So this enhances the satisfaction, or this enhances the service quality, right? Product line extension, that is add new services that typically provide the same core services but are tailored to meet the different needs, right? For example, the product line extension of banking services includes the credit card, loans, investment, insurance, etc. That is when you are extending, when you have extended, you can innovate these services through the product line extension, right? You can extend these services in a specific line, that is you are providing a new services that are typically provided the same core services, the core services are the same, but that is an extension, that is in the line, in the same line you have developed a new product, right, to meet the different needs. Example, as said, in banking industry, right, you have included the services like offering a credit card or some insurance or something, right? Now, major process innovation involves use of new process of delivering existing core product in a new and improved ways, right? Like online education is a changing the dynamics of traditional classroom teaching, right? That is in you are using a new process for developing delivering the existing core product, right? Like example is online classes or online teaching. Online education, it has changed the dynamics of traditional classroom teaching. Now anyone can take the classes by sitting at their place without visiting to the classrooms, right? So you can make the changes in the services dynamics by delivering the existing process, only by making changes in uh, by making use of a new process to deliver the services. That is, you have changed the delivery system, you have opted for a new delivery system for the same product, right? That is, major service innovation includes the creation of a new core product for market that have not been previously defined. So major innovation includes what? The major innovation includes, that is, introduction of a new product, right? New core product. For example, that is the app-based car services provided by the companies such as Uber, Ola have created a new mode of transportation, right? So now you don't have to visit to those taxi centers and taxi stands or the auto stands to take auto or the taxi. You can book your Uber, Ola, or any of the transportation by at your from your place, right? So when you are, the major innovation is when you altogether introduce a new core product for the market, right? Which with that have not been previously defined or not in the market, right? Now service positioning is very important. Positioning is what? Positioning is the act of designing the company's offering and image to occupy a distinctive place in the target market's mind. That is what the positioning is, when you are creating an image of your product or the services in the mind of the target audience. That is the positioning, that is the service positioning, that you are trying to occupy a place, a distinctive place in the minds of the target audience or target market. Developing the service positioning strategy begin with the analysis of the customers, competitors, and the companies, refer to the 3 C's, right? Whenever you are trying to develop a positioning strategy, you must take care of 3 C's. That is the customer, the first C is the customer, second C is the competitors, and third C is the company. And an assessment of all aspect of this services offering and emphasis on the competitive advantage on attribute that might be valued by the customer help a firm in determining the key element of the service positioning strategy, right? Which are segmentation, targeting, and positioning, commonly referred to as STP. See, why 3 C's are very important, that is the customer, competitors, and company, right? You should assess all the aspect of the services offering and should emphasize on the competitive advantage, how your product or the service is different from your competitors product, right? You should be well versed with all these services you are offering, all the aspects of the services offering, right? And you should be able to analyze the competitive advantage. Competitive advantage means what? That you should be able to make your product differentiated from the others product. On what aspect you can differentiate your product from your competitors product, and this and then on the basis of the competitive advantage, it will be valued by the customer, right? When you can place this in the mind of the customer, that how your product is better than the competitor's product, or how you are different from the competitor's product, then the customer, then it will be able to that is the it will be able, that this competitive advantage will help, not able, will help to um, make a position, in the customer's mind, right? Then you can position your product, through this competitive advantage, you can position your product in competitor's mind, right? And this helps in STP. We discussed about STP, that is the segmentation, targeting and positioning. It is important. Segmentation is what? A quick recap, what is segmentation? Dividing the heterogeneous market into homogeneous market is the segmentation. Targeting is what? Out of that homogeneous market, targeting is what? That is you focus, that is focusing on the group, or the focusing on the group to which you want to provide these services, to which you want to offer these services, that is the target. And positioning is after selecting the target, it is important that you should place, you should try to create a position, for your product in the mind of these services, right? That you should try to occupy a specific place or a distinctive place in the customer's mind. That is known as positioning, right? So STP is very important, right? There are various steps in determining a positioning plan, right? What all should be there while you are determining a positioning plan? That is define a market segmentation, that is define a marketing segmentation, that is divide the market, heterogeneous market, into homogeneous market, right? Then decide which segment to target, decide to which group you would like to offer your services or the product, right? That is target your market, decide which segment to target, understand what the target customer expects and the value, right? Then try to understand the needs and wants of the targets and what all they require. Develop a services which caters to the target, right? Target market. Now develop your product or services as per the requirement of the target, so the services which can fulfill the needs of the target market. Evaluate the customer perceptions of competing services, and try to evaluate what they think about the competitors services, right? What are their mindset about their competitor services. Select an image for product matching the aspirations of target customers. So try to establish an image, or try to develop a product image of for the product matching the aspirations of the target customers, that is try to meet the aspirations or the needs or want of the customers. Then communicate with the determined customers and make the product suitably available. Then important is communicate about your product, right, to the customers, and make that product available to the customers, right? You have developed a product as per the requirement of the customers. Now it is important that you should uh, communicate it to the customer, that how your product can meet the needs of the customer and make that product available to the customer, right? The process of service positioning. What is the process of service positioning? Determining the level of positioning, identifying the key attributes, locating these attributes and positioning map, evaluating positioning options, and implementing the positioning strategies, right? Determining the level of positioning. What does this mean? That is determining the level of positioning. Positioning can be considered at several levels, such as industry positioning. First is positioning of service industry. Where would you like to position yourself as industry positioning? Organizational positioning, position of the organization, right? Position of the service industry. What is the position of the service industry? What is the position of the organization? Product sector positioning. Positioning a range of related product and services, and individual product or services, that is positioning of the specific services, right? Say for example, the telecom service provider and airline position their service plans differently for corporate and individual customers, right? And similarly, the bank offers similar services so that they can make a distinction in terms of organizational positioning. So you can determine the level of positionings at various level, right? As for example, the telecom service provider or airline position their service plan differently for corporate or the individual customers, right? Their positioning is different, at it is at the industrial or individual level, while the bank bank offers similar services, so they make the distinction in terms of organizational positioning, right? On the terms of organizational positioning, they offers the services, right? Now second most important thing about the process of service positioning is identifying the key attributes. Identify your key attributes. What are important attributes? In order to identify the key attributes, it is important to focus on how the purchasing decisions are made by the customers, because the purchasing decision plays a very important role, right? In case of banking services, factors like mobile or online banking facilities, friendly staff, bank timings, atmosphere, etc., could be the basis of a particular or selecting a particular bank, right? See, if you don't have a time to visit your bank branch, if they can offer you the services like online services, right? The online banking services, or if they have any app, or whenever you visit to their branch, right? How that staff behaves with you, what are the timings of the banks, is that time suits you? All these are the factors which plays a very important role while a customer chooses about the services. However, the customer's preferences do not have to reflect the most important characteristics as perceived by the service provider. The customer perceptions of a restaurant may product decision be uh, influenced more by how they are treated by the waiters, by the quality of the meal they are served, right? So it is important, it varies from industry to industry, what type of industry you are, or what type of a product are you offering. It is important that you should be able to identify the key attributes, and these key attributes, you will get the key attributes which helps in the decision making of the customers. Like in hotel industry, right, what impacts more is the services provided to them. In a restaurant, what impacts how the waiter or the how the services of that particular restaurant is, rather than the quality of the meal they are served, right? Even if you are serving, if the quality is very good, and if you are not serving them well, then it can create a dissatisfaction among the customers. Next is locating these attribute on positioning map, right? Positioning map are an effective way to visually represent the customer perceptions of alternative product, right? So positioning map is what? Positioning map is, on positioning map, you can visually represent the customer perceptions of alternative product, what the customer think about the alternative product, what are their perception about the alternative product. On the positioning map, you can position that, what they think, where they position the alternative product, what is the position of the alternative product in their mind. Positioning map can also indicate the gap for repositioning the existing product or introducing a new services, right? So if you can find out the gap, so that you can reposition yourself, or you can introduce a new service product. So it is important to locate these attributes on the positioning map, where they position their competitors, right? or the alternative products, right, on the map, and the gap between this this positioning map indicates the gap for repositioning, that you can reposition yourself. This is the point where their customer is unsatisfied, and you can fill that gap and can grab that position, right? Then evaluating the positioning options, then it is important to evaluate the positioning option. Rise and Trot have suggested the three positioning options. The first is strengthening the current position against the competitor. First is, this entails improving one's own services and thus strengthening the one's current position against the competitors, right? This is done in such a way that that a direct attack is avoided, right? So first is strength, that is uh, uh, you should compete your with your whatever positions you have, you should try to strengthen itself, that is strengthening the current position, right? Make yourself strong at the current position, and this is done in such a way that it will avoid the direct attack, right? Then second is identifying an unoccupied market position through that map. The option seeks to identify the market gap and fill them through improved services or offering. Through positioning map, you can come to know the gap, and you can provide the services or the offering in a way that could fulfill that gap, right? That is identifying the unoccupied market position and try to fulfill that gap. The third is repositioning the competition. This means that repositioning frequently in order to outperform the competition is possible through innovations and promotions. That is, you reposition yourself, you how you could reposition yourself, either by making innovation your product or through marketing, right, or through promotion. You can reposition yourself, and irrespective of the which positioning option is chosen, the positioning must be meaningful, believable, and unique. Whatever option you choose, whether you want to make your position strong, or whether you want to fulfill the unoccupied market position, or whether you want to reposition the competition, that positioning must be meaningful, believable, and unique, right? Then only it will show you the results. Type of positioning. What are the type of positioning? That is positioning by attributes. The service provider may position itself based on the attributes or the features, right? Then positioning by the benefit. It is focused on some benefits that the customer receive from using a specific services, like online ticket booking platform offer a special discount on air ticket bookings, and if payment made through the credit card or debit card of a specific banks, that is positioning by benefit. Whenever you try to book some hotel or benefit, that is extra 10% if you will use the credit card of so and so bank, then people feel like that if I would have that card, I might have get the 10% extra benefit, I should have that. So positioning by benefit, positioning by attribute, positioning by competition, right? That is when you are when you are comparing your services with the competitor services. Price based positioning, that is positioning strategies focused on the relationship between the price and the quality, right? That is plays a very important positioning as a leader, right? That is when you are the first one to introduce that product, right? User positioning, the service is positioned for a specific target group, right? For example, Indian Railway Catering and Tourism Corporation plans to specialize pilgrimage tours site user by positioning life. Now, service delivery, pricing, and promotions, all these plays a very important role. Positioning of services is defined the process of establishing and maintaining a distinctive place in the market for an organization, right? And this is creating a distinct place in the mind of the customer or perception of customer with other companies. We discussed about this positioning, right? Service positioning could be on the basis of service attributes, right? On the basis of the competitors positioning, current positioning, service benefit, and the customer validation. We already discussed about all these things, right? Designing service delivery system, that is the congruency between the target market and the service concept as service delivery system. Design is often emphasized as a means of successfully deploy business strategy and attain level of performance in customer satisfaction, retention, and overall profitability, right? So service delivery system leads to the service delivery management, right? If the there is a service delivery management, service delivery management again is divided into two, that is the service quality and the service employee engagement. What type of a service quality are you offering, and the employee engagement, how employees are engaged with providing those services, right? So service channel, what is the service channel? That aid the companies in carried out the business transactions, right? Like a supply chain is used to describe the long channel stretching from acquiring raw material to delivering the finished product to the customer, right? Now the key customer service channels are like your service channel could be through chat or video chat, or through the social media, through customer self services, or from mobile or from phone or email, that you can provide the services to the customer. All these are the channels through which you can provide the services to the customer, and through this you can position yourself in the mind of the customers, right? Then the pricing of these services, pricing of services plays a very important role, and the pricing method are the ways in which the price of the goods and services can be calculated by considering all the factors such as product and services, competitors, target audience, products life cycle, firms' visions of expansion, and influencing all these influence the pricing strategy as a whole, right? Why, whenever you are deciding about the pricing factor of these services, there are many factors which should be considered, like your target audience, your competitors, the life cycle, product life cycle, firm's vision of expansion, or the type of the services you are offering. All these should be kept in mind. The pricing objective should be it could be the survival price, the service quality leadership, or the current price maximization price, or the market share price, could be of any type, right? Pricing of services method is cost plus pricing, right? Markup pricing, break even pricing, target return pricing, and early cash recovery pricing. Any of the pricing method you can use, right? Cost plus pricing, that depends on the objective or the vision of the organization, what type of pricing strategy they would like to opt. Use application positioning, the service is positioned as the best for certain applications, right? Then the effect of pricing, the impact that change in the value has on the consumer demand for a product, right? The impact that change in the value has on the consumer demand for the product or services in the market. The price effect can also refer to impact that an event has on something's price, right? So that the effect of price, that if there is change in the price, that can impact the demand for a product in the market, or demand for the product or service in the market, right? If there are the chances, if you increase the price, there could be more demand. If you will reduce the price, the demand will go down. That depends on many other factors which one should consider while thinking about the change in the prices, right? Effect of the prices, that is the company's effect, the product substitutes and the complementary product, while you are thinking about the change in the prices, right? So one should take into consideration the substitutes of the products or the complementary products available in the product, or the product line pricing, what is the line pricing of that product. Then one should keep in mind the customer effect, be aware of setting the different kind of the middlemen against one another, right? And the competitive effect, one should take care of the price war among the customer, among the competitors. All these should be taken into consideration while you are setting up a price or thinking to change the price, right? Service marketing triangle. What is service marketing triangle? Is a marketing framework that includes the three types of marketing that helps your audience to understand what's your business unique and useful for their needs. These are the internal marketing, external marketing, and the interactive marketing, right? So service marketing triangle includes what? Company, the employees, and the customers. These are the important attributes, and this includes the internal marketing. That is when there is a marketing or communication between the company and the employees, it is known as the internal marketing. When there is a marketing between the company and the customer, that is known as the external marketing. And when there is an communication between the employees of the company and the customer, that is known as the interactive marketing. So this is known as the service marketing triangle, right? Service marketing triangle is that there are the three important aspects, three important pillars of the service marketing. First is company, employees, and the customer, that right? And there are the three types of the marketing, three important components, that is internal marketing, external marketing, and the interactive marketing. Integrated service marketing. What is integrated? Integrated means what, right? That is integration of all the methods of brand promotion to promote a particular product or services among the target customer. That is what the integrated marketing, service marketing. In integrated marketing communication, all aspects of marketing communication work together for increased sales and maximum cost effectiveness, right? When you integrate all the methods of brand promotion to promote a particular product or the service among the target customer, right? In integrated marketing communication, all aspects of marketing communication work together for increased sales and the maximum cost effectiveness, right? That is the service integration management. Like service integration management, that is service culture, right? Service culture. What is service culture? We define service culture as a shared purpose where everyone is focused of creating a value for others inside and outside the organization. And right, service culture is where employees are obsessed with the customer services. That is the service culture, when where everyone take cares of others, right? That is focused, everyone is focused on the value of others inside the organization. That is known as the service culture, and it plays a very important role. Service culture includes that the leadership philosophy, strategic alignment, right? Knowledge management should be there, performance optimization should be there, and engagement platform should be there, and this would lead to a good service culture, right? All this plays a very important role. Then the marketing communications. A marketing communication can be defined as methodologies and the techniques adapted by company to convey the messages in a unique and a creative manner for their existing and the prospective customer about their offering of the product and services, right? You can communicate through intermediaries. There are e-channels available through electronic media. You can communicate, right, through franchisee. That is, franchisee is a method of distributing a product or services that involving the franchisors who establishes a brand trademark, right? You can, that is managing demand and capacity. All these plays an important role in services marketing mix, right? So in today's lecture, we discussed about various services marketing mix. That's all for today. Thank you very much. Namaskar.